Hi there and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. I'm Byron and we are still on Black Mountain dealing with the super mutants. So that leads to the broadcast building. Actually there is a door here that is locked. Now it's unlocked. Big deal. What do you guys throw away? Nothing. Can't get in here. Although there's a dumpster. But nothing in it. I think maybe you can use the dumpster to jump across here, but we don't really need that because we actually have keys. So let's go to the broadcast building. You're in good shape? You're in good shape. Puzzles? No. No. This... Daggers was it, okay. Log 672. We've been picking up a lot of activity from China's satellite network. The tension is pretty high here. Frank's been talking about securing a place in one of these walls for himself and his family. I mean, he didn't show up to work yesterday. I think we all knew where he went. Oh my god, it's actually happening. We have readings across the board of launches happening everywhere. They must have thrown everything they had, and it looks like we didn't hold back either. The computer says we have 2 minutes till the first missile drops. I can barely type. The mountain shielded us from the worst of the blast, but there's too much radiation. Wow, I can't believe these old machines still work. This place looks pretty defensible, and radiation should keep the majority of people away. Looks like we found a home, at least for now. First things first though, we've got to get these corpses out of here. Poor bastards. Marcus. Yeah, I think he's from an earlier Fallout game, maybe Fallout 2. Maybe Fallout 1, I don't remember the specifics. I mean, I've played those games, but it's been ages since I played them. But I really love them. I love Fallout 1, especially Fallout 2. But you know, bringing those games into a first-person shooter perspective really does wonders for the immersion, I think. So yeah, I dig this game a lot. I think this is much better than Fallout 3 because because of the story and the characters. It's much closer to Fallout 1 and 2. So I like it more than Fallout 3. 4 of 6. Okay. Markers made me type this. The leader of this community, Markers, said I should start keeping a journal to get my mind off Rhonda. He also said I might find something interesting inside this stupid old building. What could possibly be interesting here? The only thing that works in here is this junky old terminal. It's a radio station. It's amazing. This place is a radio station. If we can get it repaired, we can broadcast music across the ways, just like Rhonda and I used to listen to. Ah, Rhonda, how I wish you hadn't gone away. I asked all of the mutants here for help, but none of them could do anything for you, which makes me doubt they can fix this place. On the air. The radio station is fixed, and we've begun sending our messages out into the desert. Marcus thinks I spend too much time in here, but what does a first gen know? Rhonda says they're just one step up from dum-dums, and I agree. The elite. There was a fight in the yard today between some of us and the first gens. Marcus made a speech about how we need to work together, but why should we? We were the master's favorites. We don't need their help. Rhonda says we'd be better off without them. Alone at last. Marcus and the others left today. Finally, we have the whole place to ourselves. No more listening to lectures about what we can and can't say on the air. The airwaves will be free. Now Rhonda and I can host our own radio show like we've been planning. I don't know why Marcus always refused to let us do it before. He always started getting real nervous when I told him what Rhonda thought about things. Rhonda says he was afraid she was too smart to control. Anyway, this is the start of a new era. The only downside is most of the dum-dums choose to stay. Safe. I finally got Raul to finish installing the security measures on my door. Now I can have all the privacies I want. Just in case I have a dum-dum moment, I've placed the spare key under the stairs behind my building. No one ever goes back there, so it should be safe from discovery. Lucky! Great news! A ghoul entered our camp today, who has experience fixing machines. He seems to really like it here, so I hope he can stay long enough to fix Rhonda. Weird, Rhonda just asked me why she would need fixing. She has a point. What was I thinking? Okay. What else do we have? Nothing that we need apparently. Let's go up. So there's a key behind the stairs. Yes, Tabitha's room key. Amazing, although I could have picked the lock probably and gotten XP. Ah, well, screwed me. What's in the trunk? More Magnum revolvers. And more Magnum revolvers. And on top of that, more Magnum revolvers. Repair note 3. Raul, Rhonda made me angry, so I threw this. Now it doesn't seem to work. Please fix. Oh, good God. Sheet music book. Can I interact with any of that? Yes. Let's see. Radio? Oh yeah, of course I have to. We only get static now. Good. Looks like I deactivated the station. Which is good. Okay. What do you think? We did it. So that's pretty much all we need to do here. Yeah. We have ended Tabitha's reign of terror. Ain't that great? So, let's try something.
What's up?
It's time for us to part ways.
Why does everyone always say that?
I just think we should right now.
Okay, then I guess I'll be back at the 188. Maybe digging in some dirt for scrap metal or something.
Goodbye. Join me.
Oh, it's you. You need something repaired or something?
Actually, do you want to tag along with me?
Anything's better than staying here. Let's go.
Okay. And I think if you talk to him and say go.
I'm sure pissing off a ruthless warlord with a tribe of fanatically devoted warriors was a good move. How could it not be? It was your idea.
Do you disapprove of me killing legionnaires? Ha! I have some questions I'd like to ask you.
Questions, boss? You mean you don't know everything there is to know already?
Can you tell me anything about Mr. House?
Just how old do you think I am, boss? Because I can pretty much guarantee I'm older than that. Let me tell you a story from before the Great War. Everybody knew Robert House. He was a genius, a superstar. Founded Raul at 22. Dated Hollywood starlets, the works. They say he saved Las Vegas. I was in Mexico City when the bombs dropped. Even from there, we could see House's defensive rockets shooting down the incoming missiles. Everybody assumed he died in the war. Maybe he did. But his robots are still out there roaming the waste. And now, a Mr. House rules New Vegas.
Maybe there's a connection. Can you remember anything else about Robert House?
I remember there were some weird stories about him, especially near the end. There was a tell-all in El Periódico de las Arboridas by a starlet House dated. She said they never, Now don't make me spell it out, boss. Anyway, she said all he wanted to do was scan her brain and make her dress up in different outfits.
That's sickening?
It was quite the scandal, at least in the Latin American tabloid journalism market.
You can't seriously think they're the same as the House.
Maybe not. Maybe the new guy is just a clever raider chief with knowledge of history. Maybe he just left instructions for his robots to carry out in his name. Or maybe Robert House uploaded his brain pattern into a computer and rules to this day a godless, soulless machine god. Maybe the whole thing's a crazy coincidence. Who knows?
Or maybe he's a ghoul too. I have some other questions.
You're a veritable geyser of curiosity, boss.
Do you know anything about a ghoul named Benny, wears a checkered coat, carries a big pistol?
Benny, huh? Sorry, boss. Doesn't ring a bell. Then again, my brain isn't as sharp as it used to be.
I had some other questions.
You're a veritable...
What's your take on the NCR?
They're all right, I suppose. Had a bit of a tough going there at the beginning. You know their first town was nearly wiped out by raiders.
Yep, followed one.
Anyway, they got their good points and their bad. Just like a lot of the old governments from before the war.
How do you feel about Caesar's Legion?
I don't really have a problem with them. People around here tend to see them as invading marauders planning to burn and pillage the countryside. But I've been to Arizona, boss. Before the Legion, it was a nasty place. So thick with raiders you couldn't trade with a town 2 miles up the road. Caesar's laws aren't nice, and their actions aren't always pretty. But then neither am I. But you keep me around.
Not for long though. Tell me about New Vegas.
It's big, it's bright, and it's one of the biggest cities still left from before the war. Well, mostly anyway. Used to be just a curiosity. The buildings were pre-war. But it's just as full of raiders and barbarian tribes as any place else. Then Mr. House took over. Got the power turned back on. And got the tribes reformed into something civilized. And now they run his casinos for him.
Tell me about yourself. How can I make the best use of your skills?
I'm not much use besides being a portable encyclopedia, really. I guess you could use me as a pack Brahmin. But my knees aren't so good anymore.
I don't believe that. You must have some skills.
That's nice of you to say, boss. But I'm an old man. Not much use to anybody anymore. Time was. I was a pretty good shot with a pistol. I guess I'm still half decent. These old bones aren't much use in hand-to-hand fighting, though. I can also do maintenance work on your stuff. I don't have the supplies for a real repair job. But I can keep your gear working longer.
Lots of older people are still useful to their friends and communities.
Yeah, maybe you can introduce them to me. If we find them. Because I've never met one.
Okay. So, I think if we tell him to leave, he goes to his shack. Raul, I need to head on without you.
Good call. I mean, if that's what you really want, boss.
I think it's for the best.
That's why you're the boss. You always make the right decision. I'll just head home. Home to my lonely abandoned shack. In the middle of nowhere.
Oh well, whatever. So he goes back to his shack, like he said. Raul's shack. We have found that, I think. Somewhere around here. Well, I don't know. There it is, Raul's shack. But I actually want Veronica back. Veronica, the sister. If I can find it. Where's the 188? There it is. Okay, so we kind of survived that. That worked nicely. And what's our status? Radiation-wise? Not the worst, really. What does our armor look like? Not the worst, really. Good. Hello, Veronica. Please join.
I hear a troublesome Legion camp got razed to the ground.
Yeah, I know. Strange how
What's
that
that?
happens. I think we should travel together.
Let's go make trouble.
Goodbye. So, Contreras wanted us to go to, where? The Gunrunners, is that correctly? Yeah, Isaac. The Gunrunners, my friends, are somewhere around here. To the south of Eastgate. Let's see whether we can find that Isaac guy. Here are the gun runners. Where would that Isaac guy be? Turn around. Do you see anybody? I mean, there's this robot here, and I don't want to dismiss my companion. Thank you very much.
Welcome, sir or madam. Do you wish to purchase something?
What is this place?
This is the new Vegas branch of the Gunrunners, supplying the wasteland with only the finest armaments since 2155.
That's some impressive weaponry. Where did it all come from?
All Gunrunner merchandise is constructed on site.
How did you get inside there?
This kiosk was specially constructed around me to deter theft and assault.
Show me what you have for sale.
I am ready to process our transaction.
So he has those. They're good to have. And I want a few of those. On second thought, yes, cancel transaction. Goodbye. You have stuff, right?
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Yes, it is. So you apparently don't want the sledge, the super sledge, you prefer the pushy. DPS of 969 versus a DPS of 70? Okay, I won't complain. It's so heavy!
Welcome, sir or madam.
Yes, so, ammunition, no, wait. He must think I'm quite indecisive, and he would be correct, because I need to repair things first. I'm keeping the varmint rifles though.
Welcome, sir or madam. Do you...
Oh, actually no, this is not useful. We can sell them too.
Welcome, sir or madam.
Misclicked. Okay, so, like I said, before I was rudely interrupted by myself, actually. I want that. And I want that. And I want those. Ooh, that's expensive as fuck. He has a brush gun. That's rather expensive though. $26,000. That's quite a bunch. GRA stands for Gun Runner's Arsenal. If you buy this hunting revolver, you cannot mod it. This hunting revolver you could mod. You could mod a hunting rifle if you wanted to. They have nice things. Okay, so I'm gonna sell you things. Ooh. And that was that, like they say. Goodbye. So, we still need to find that Isaac guy. I keep wondering where he might be. That's odd. First camp by Karen. Well, on second thought, yeah, well, we don't really have to do that. I mean, we could help Sergeant Contreras, but then again, this would result in us having to kill a ranger, and I don't really want to do that. You could also turn him in, because the sergeant, not the sergeant, what's her name? The military police girl, Captain, what's her face? Quinn, or something like that. She actually wants to get rid of him. She suspects him, you know, of taking stuff, stealing stuff, selling stuff on the black market, which he actually does. And we could try to help him with that business. And he's a good weapons, he's a good arms dealer. That's true, but he's not the only arms dealer. If you actually want to get the reward for his quest, it's like an unmarked quest. then you will have to kill a ranger, and that's where I normally draw the line. I don't like to do that, so I might as well fuck him up right now.
Did you start looking for Esteban? I guess my directions could have been better.
I brought his body to an NCR position. He's on his way back to McCarran.
They put him in a box? With a flag and all? I hope so. He'd have been proud. You're too good for this rotten town. First kind thing anybody ever did for me and Esteban. You ever need anything, all you need to do is ask. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, I guess.
Feels better knowing that Esteban's not out there in the waste. But he's still gone, you know?
I know. Okay, let's talk to Colonel Quinn, or Major Quinn, or whatever her name was. Don't quite remember. Before I have to, you know, waste time looking for this Isaac guy, let's just finish it this way.
You're back.
You were typing on what? I have proof that Sergeant Contreras is involved in criminal activity.
That may be the worst kept secret on the base. I'd be more surprised if you had proof he wasn't involved in criminal activity. But if you have proof, you're the envy of every MP stationed here. What'd you find?
I hacked into his computer and found evidence that he's selling NCR guns.
Little bastard. I'm sure some of those find their way into the hands of our enemies, too. Alright, thanks for telling me. I'm gonna have him rounded up. Pretty impressive work there. Wish I could keep you around. But for helping me nail this guy, I think you should have a little keepsake. Here. It's not contraband, but I confiscated it from Contreras last week, because he was being smarmy and I was sick of his bullshit.
Lieutenant. She's a lieutenant. And we get this machine. Goodbye. Wait, what? What else can you tell me about Anders?
I don't know him very well myself. I seem to remember...
Oh, yeah.
Colonel
Goodbye. So, this machine actually is a nice weapon. It has a DPS of 122. It says here, this machine kills communists or something like that. How do you see it?
You got something to say, or do you always look like that?
This machine is killing, I don't know, something like that. Killing communists. It's a reference to a war movie, Full Metal Jacket or something like that. You can Google it up, but I don't have much ammo for that, sadly. So, what's up with you guys?
Go right ahead, trooper. Here to meet with the brass?
That actually takes us to the Mojave Wasteland. And we will now go back to, you know it, Good Springs. Something happened to me, I didn't pay attention. Over here. Let's reorganize things a bit. So, first of all, we take all of that, and we take like 100 of those. Thank you. This is the one we need for the trail carbine, this is the one we need for the revolver. No, this is the one we need for the revolver. What do we use that for? God damn it, I forgot. Anyway, let's reorganize things. So I want this on 1. And on 4. And 5. And 6. Okay, so this is on 1. Then we use the lever action shotgun on 3. The trail carbine on 4. This machine on 5. And the varmint rifle on 6. So let's see. This one uses 108. This one uses 44. This one uses 5.56. And this one uses 44. 44, yes. And I don't think we need a cowboy repeater anymore. Wait, the cowboy repeater, what did he do? What did he use? He uses 357 Magnum. Okay. So we don't need that anymore. We keep that. We don't need that anymore. We don't need that. That's a little much. 5mm. I don't need that. I don't need that anymore. And we have Wonder Glue. So I think we need, well, like duct tape. Scrap electronics, scrap metal. And wrenches to actually create another weapon repair kit. Yes. This is how you create weapon repair kits. Quite useful. You're not carrying anything anymore, right?
Ooh, got something good for
Oh
me?
yes, you're carrying
Is it a
Annabelle.
dress?
We put that in here too. Why do I have dog meat? We could repair the hunting revolvers. Oh, but we don't really need that. I think we can use the hunting revolver to repair our revolver. So it's better to leave them like they are. Okay, so I will tell you what I will do. I will finish this video and go back to the dock and heal up and get my radiation, you know, taken away. That's a cool weapon to have, really. And once I've been deradiated, we will see each other at the beginning of the next video. So thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye.